Jada Pinkett Smith, she revealed that her and Will Smith have not been together since 2016 as husband and wife. So she said that when he called her his wife at the Oscars during that Oscar slap, she was shocked to hear that because they hadn't referred to each other as that in a really long time.
Privately, because publicly they sure kept that going.
Right. They kept this whole bit going. I think people have now gathered more information about the two of them than we really even wanted.
Right, which has been everybody's complaint with them from the beginning, right? It was even when this all happened, or the red table talk, when they sat Will down with the cheating and the affair, all that stuff. Everyone was I feel like we know too much about this couple. And at the end of the day, we didn't, because the whole time they really weren't actually together.
Yeah, I feel like Jada kind of embarrassed Will a lot in what was revealed. Or their whole family as a whole. I'm not gonna lie. There's just a ton of information that.
Yeah, I mean, it just admits you've been lying to the public for years, right? It's oh, she said that they felt like there was such a pressure on them to stay together and to keep up public appearances and all those things. But it's the public would prefer genuine honesty. And it just feels like they were trying to dupe us or something.
Yeah, and now she says that they're in a really beautiful place together. And so it's okay, are you together or are you not? She says they had a long period of separation. They're in a beautiful place together. Are they together or are they not? It's so confusing all the time.
They are. I saw the clip this morning. Jada was talking to Hoda on the Today Show and was Hoda was basically asking those questions of so you were technically divorced but not, and now you are working to be together. And she was basically yes, we are trying to work on our life partnership together. So still extremely vague. It's not yeah, we're together, we're not together. It was we're working on building that foundation back to that place.
These two just need to be free of each other. I really think that Will and Jada need, it's been a long time, but
yeah,
maybe they just need to be free of each other.
I see that, and then I'm also they just can't quit each other, clearly. So maybe it's just however they're gonna go through this and label it however they're gonna label it, and the labels are gonna be extremely confusing for everybody else.
Life partnership. Now she also talked about Tupac and said
yeah, she did. She has a new memoir coming out. It's called Worthy.
Yep.
So that's all the press. I really did not know a lot about her relationship with Tupac.
Yeah, she said that he was her soulmate. And
he proposed when he was in jail.
Yep. Yeah.
She said no.
Yeah. I just think she reels everybody in with this information, even though we're no, we're covering our eyes but also opening them at the same time. Okay, but she's gonna keep telling us more. I saw a lot of people be she's gonna say that she's never even met Will Smith.
Right, right.
The way that she's acting about their relationship. She also said that she never cheated on Will Smith. And is that just because they weren't technically together?
I think.
She did have an entanglement, as she worded it. So did she not cheat on him because they weren't technically
together? I think
together?
they were technically separated.
Because they definitely were hooking up with other people. I think that's clear, no?
Yeah, no. I mean, if she's saying 7 years that they've been separated, that entanglement was during that period of time. But it's also they tried to navigate it in a way where they still didn't come out and say they were separated, but they still talked about the entanglement. And like I said before, they brought Will to the red table and they talked about it and the whole thing is just like, but even then having that conversation that they are like open, honest communication, let's talk it all out. We're at the red table. They weren't together.
Yeah, and
that would have solved a lot of the drama if they just said that they weren't together.
Right, because then the public's like, one of them's cheating on the other. And it's like, well, not really, because they're not together. And then there were also rumors that they had an open relationship, that they like swingers. Like,
yeah,
there were so many rumors about them where if they just came out and like what she's saying now, where they were like, yeah, we weren't together since 2016, everyone would be like, oh, okay, makes sense. So I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot more about them because of her memoir coming out.
Right, she's doing a whole press tour for the memoir.
Yeah, Jada didn't want to come here. We have a whole couch open for her. Imagine we sat down with Jada Pinkett Smith and she just revealed all this shit to us. I'd be like, whoa. That'd be a crazy interview.
Yeah.